With the success of The Last of Us TV series, what film or TV series would you choose to adapt with complete creative control if you had the budget you needed to fulfill this project of yours?
Oh, I love that show that's on. The third episode was great.
Haven't gotten to the third one yet, but...
I just watched it.
Yeah, it's definitely the
great
best
show.
episode.
Yeah, this it's like exactly how you adapt.
I feel like
it.
we should talk about it when the series is...
Yeah.
When the season's over.
It's a good adaptation. That's all I'll say. Really enjoy it so far. I think it's great. I was thinking about this because, I'm like, I love The Last of Us. I would adapt BioShock. I think those make good movies. Those would make good movies. The BioShock game.
See, I'm torn on BioShock because of the universe is really cool and ripe.
Yeah.
But I feel like so much of like the punch of the story is the fact that like you're controlling it. So I don't know how you could adapt that punch.
Even with Halo, there's stuff you could get out of it for sure. I think out of all the games I've played, probably Mass Effect seems the most ripe for creating like an interesting narrative story out of it. But
Mass Effect would be a good one. Yeah. Could do like a good TV series.
Yeah, like it would need to be either professionally succinctly trimmed for like a trilogy of movies or something, or be a TV show with the right production value.
I feel like it would have to be a show.
Yeah, well, what's cool about The Last of Us is like, because it's a TV show, they have more time. They like really elaborate on certain parts, which are like cool. You see before the infection and so on. It's like really interesting how they decided to adapt it. So yeah, I think you can adapt anything well. It's just how you do it.
Yeah.
The passion of people involved. I also just watched Dragon Ball Evolution to kind of compare the bad adaptations. And yeah, that movie's fucking awful. That's not how you do it. It's clearly they didn't even play the game probably. And yeah, silly names like Goku and so on. Yeah. You need good material, I feel. You need like good worlds and like characters to like base it off of. Last of Us benefits from like having a good narrative too, to adapt. And yeah, I feel like if you have that, you can do something interesting there. Yeah, like you could do something good with Halo. It's just, I don't know. They haven't done it.
Yeah, that's the thing. Because with like The Last of Us, they're almost like treating the game as like previs for the show. It's like that faithful. But they find like new angles to approach it.
What they change is like interesting.
But you said Halo, and that would be my choice, man. I feel like you could. There was a time and place where you could have done something. Not now. I feel like it's too late now, and you've like fucked it beyond any repair. But there was a time you could have done something with it. You could have taken the imagery, the music, just the way they kind of would tell stories in those games. You could have done something with that and made it cool, like kind of a big spectacle, sci-fi action with the military angle and the religious. You could have done something with that. You could have. If you actually cared about the source material as much as like they do at HBO for like The Last of Us, not what they did.
I feel like
Halo
lucky that like a game I actually liked was adapted well. It worked out this time. Makes me feel bad for like you guys with your Halo show, how it just came out.
Yeah. Two franchises for me. If we're talking like complete creative control. And also complete talent. Let's just imagine that I'm like some skilled, showrunner.
Yeah, with that caveat too. Yeah, that I'm like George Lucas or something.
Or creating a film or a TV show. It would two properties, Death Note and Mass Effect would be my ones that I feel like I would have the most grasp on what the heart of the property is and what works about it the best, just fan to art.
With a Mass Effect thing though, would you not have a bit of the same kind of issue with the whole like, would Shepard like be the lead character? Would he be a good guy or a bad guy? And, like the decisions and the...
First of all, it would be FemShep.
True, yeah, okay.
Yeah. And then, I don't know. I would have to, work out the kinks. I don't think that the most compelling parts about Mass Effect are whether or not you choose the Paragon or Renegade option. I think that, the world building is far more compelling, and So you could have like a layered character. I always play Renegade. I wouldn't want the character to be unrelatable if, let's say, I was adapting it to the a television show. I would make it so that they have some character, they're not completely sociopathic or anything, but that they're not, just somewhere in between, but not. They have to make tough decisions, and it's not always predictable what sort of decision they'll go with. I think that it should be like nuanced and interesting. So